Take the Brooks Glycerin to the max. Welcome back. I am Cody with the Shoe In With Cody, and today we got ourselves a good one. We're doing our first impressions, kind of tech specs, dive into the newest shoe from Brooks, the Glycerin Max. Whew, I've had this shoe for a little while now, and it's something special. It's something special that I'm really digging. I have about 10 miles in, so again, not a ton of miles, but definitely have a lot to say about this shoe. Now, before I dive into the tech specs and my first impressions, I do need to point out one thing. This shoe was provided to me by Brooks, but they have no opinion on what I'm going to say in this video or any videos about Brooks shoes. I also have a favor to ask. Hit the like button, smash the subscribe button. You know you want to, cost you absolutely nothing, but it definitely helps the channel. Now let's sit back, relax, and let's talk about the Brooks Glycerin Max. To kick this video off, I'm going to talk about the tech specs of this shoe. And the first one I'm going to talk about is this stack. We are looking at 47 in the heel and 41 in the forefront, giving you about a 6mm drop shoe. This shoe in my size is about 11 ounces. So definitely not on the light side, but in hand and on foot, it doesn't feel that heavy. This shoe is all about max cushion. I'm not quite sure if this falls into the Super Trainer or Max Trainer. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to put it in the Super Trainer because it is over that 40mm of stack. That's just my personal opinion. With it having 47, I think it goes into that Super Trainer. The new foam that they have introduced the world to is the DNA Tuned. This is a nitrogen-infused foam, and I'm not exaggerating, folks. This is my favorite foam by Brooks. This is the first shoe that I've received from it and first one made to the market with this DNA Tuned. It's freaking awesome. It feels amazing underfoot. This shoe, really nothing crazy about the upper. It is an engineered mesh. One thing to point out, it is not a gusseted tongue, but overall the shoe is very plush. It definitely gives you that, again, plush on the bottom, plush up top. A lot to like about this shoe. And if I remember correctly, hold on, it is about $200. This shoe is going to cost you about $200. So again, you are paying for that Super Trainer category, $200. You get a ton of stack, a lot of cush, definitely a shoe made for daily miles, recovery miles, and going long in this shoe. Again, these are the tech specs. This is a brand new shoe. Not even 100% sure it's even out into the market yet. I've been racking the miles in, and this shoe, the Glycerin Max, offers a lot. While I know you love some tech specs, you didn't click on this video for that. You want to know what it feels like to ride and run in this shoe. Whoo, it is butter. It is butter. I am telling you, the DNA Tuned, it is my favorite foam by Brooks. It's the nitrogen infused, it is responsive, it is comfortable, and it feels light underfoot. I am telling you, I'm just gonna keep doing this. Look, this isn't even giving you the best example of how it feels. It feels so nice underfoot. Again, I have about 10 miles in, so I need to get more miles in. So again, this is just my first impressions, but the foam is really nice. The upper, again, there's really nothing crazy to the upper. Engineered mesh, gets the job done, locked it in, no issues at all. The one thing I do want to point out that I find a little bit interesting is maybe it's just how the shoe was shipped to me. So again, some of these things when I'm getting earlier shoes, it caves, how the laces are right here, right there. It's hard to kind of put it. I had to figure out how to lace it properly because it was fitting weird on the top of my foot. I don't have a wide foot, but I have a wideish foot, and I found it really weird. Like, it's loose down here, but you can see it kind of touches up top. It was something, it's interesting, all right? So I do want to point that out, that this part of the shoe is a little bit interesting. Rubber is really nice, no issues at all. It's been very rainy in Pennsylvania, and it's just getting the job done. I wouldn't, it's not like a Vibram outsole like if I was doing a trail shoe, but for a road shoe, it's just getting the job done. The one thing I want to point out, it is 47 millimeters in the heel. I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not stuttering, 47, but it feels stable. The way they've shaped the shoe, it's definitely a wider shoe. The platform is definitely wide. I'm not having any ankle issues at all. I'm a person that, I don't have the greatest ankles, so I always got to be careful. In a highly stacked shoe, I'm easily able to roll my ankle. I'm not feeling that at all. This shoe, I've been taking more on those recovery day paces and those daily runs. I have not picked the pace up in this shoe. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to pick the pace up in this shoe. So it's a super trainer that I think edges more on those daily miles when I want to go 8 minutes to 8:30 pace and recovery day miles. I will take this out on a long run where I am picking the paces up a little bit, where I'm not dropping the hammer, but I want to see how fast the shoe can go because it is in that super trainer category. I want to see if it's on the tempo-esque side or very much the recovery day-esque side. I need to get a ton more miles in, but so far the Glycerin Max is definitely delivering a lot. The other thing I want to point out, and I keep saying this about Brooks, you should have renamed this. You shouldn't have called this a Glycerin Max. You should have just made this a completely different name. Glycerin, if I put a Glycerin and this next to each other, you would have no idea they were brother and sister. I wish they would have renamed this shoe something completely different. I think it deserves to be its own line, and I wish they would stop doing the Max of everything. Just make its own one, because if you like a Glycerin, I don't necessarily know if you would like the Glycerin Max, and if you like a Glycerin Max, I don't necessarily know if you like a Glycerin. This is a 6mm drop shoe, and I believe a Glycerin is 11mm drop. They're just completely different shoes. The naming convention for Brooks, I would recommend renaming, get it all started straight, because this shoe is freaking awesome. And I don't want people to hear Glycerin and completely shut down with this shoe. The DNA tuned is money. Need to get more miles in, so definitely stay tuned for that full review. You definitely don't want to miss it. So make sure you hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and until next time, y'all, I'll see you out on the run.